y'all! Hi, I'm Kitty. How are you? Welcome to my channel. So I just filmed this look. It's my Who's That Pokemon look, inspired by a collab between Georgia Harris and e.l.f. I will have that video linked down below and in whichever the frick corner it is, if I can remember to put it there. And I am gonna do another video inspired by Georgia Harris because why not? So this is the makeup collection tag made by Georgia Harris. I will have her channel linked down below. Why don't I just get started? The first question. Am I shaking my camera? I'm shaking my desk. The first question is, how long have you been collecting makeup? So I bought the Urban Decay Vice 4 palette when it came out, and that was in holiday 2015. I just googled it because I didn't know that information off the top of my head. And that was really, like, my sister had been really into makeup, and I was just like, ooh, what's all this stuff? Maybe I'm interested in that. And so I'd gotten a Sephora gift card, and I was like, what do I buy? I don't know what any of this is. And my sister was like, you should buy that. You like color. And so I did. And so I'm gonna mark that as the date I started collecting makeup, but honestly, I have no idea. I've really, my chronological memory is absolute trash. And so I have no idea when I actually started collecting makeup, but I'm going to mark it as holiday 2015, which feels like a long time ago. 4 years? That feels like a long time. I guess I would have been... I guess that makes sense. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Okay, what kind of collection do you have? Minimal, utilitarian, aesthetic, historical, etc. I would say I have a curated collection. I've worked really hard to buy the things that I am genuinely interested in, that I genuinely think that I will really enjoy. I'd be lying if I didn't say I would be lying if I said I didn't impulsively buy things now and again, but for the most part I really try to only buy things that I'm really interested in, and in the past, when I wasn't really doing that, I have really curated my collection since then. I definitely wouldn't call it minimalist, but I feel like it's very curated. It's very curated to me. It's very much what I want. And there are definitely more things that I want to add to it, but I very much created it to be how I want it to be. I don't have 8,000 highlighters because I don't feel like I need 8,000 highlighters, but I do have enough highlighters to give me the diversity that I want to have. Same with blushes, eyeshadows, etc. Are you a completionist? No. I have not completed any set of any collection ever. Ain't nobody got time for that. Well, a lot of people have time for that. I do not have time for that. I do not have money for that. I hardly have sets at all. Like, I have, when it comes to things I have more than one of, I got like max 3 of stuff. I'm not that kind of person. I don't have that kind of money. I don't have that kind of space. I don't have that kind of desire. I'm like, I want that color in that formula and just that 1 or 2 maybe. I do have, I did pick up both of the ABH glow kits that were in like the square pans, the 6-pan square pans. I think that's as completionist as I've ever been. How do you store/organize your collection? So I have 3 mugs of brushes. I have my dirty brushes, and then my clean face brushes, and my clean eye brushes. My face brushes have a few other things hiding in here just because it's a place to store stuff, and I do my makeup at my desk, and yeah. And then I have one of those clear acrylic things back here that has like foundation and my eye primers and lip balm and a handful of different things, my primer, blah blah blah. I have a few bottles up here as well. So there's just like a shelf on the top of my desk. I have a few things up there. And then I have these rainbow drawers over here. On top of them, I have all my palettes. I'm going to insert some pictures here if I figure out how to do that. So I have all my palettes. I have a little set of drawers. I have my lippies in teacups because I think teacups are adorable. And that's freaking cute. It's like, why not? Not quite all of them fit in there, like this giant square thing. I love it. It does not fit in my cute teacups. And then I have one drawer of makeup. I have my blush. Let me show you it this way. This is all my blush right here. And then I got my highlighter, powder, stuff, blah, blah, blah. And then I have a few other things in the back of the drawer here that I don't really reach for very much. But, like, I have them in case. So, yeah, so that's how I organize my makeup. It's not the most compact setup, but honestly, it really works for me. What is your favorite thing about your collection? I love the size of my collection. Honestly, like, I feel like it's just the right size for me. I feel like I use, certainly not everything regularly, but I use what I have. And there are definitely things that I want, but most of the things that I want are not, like, big thing. I'm like, every now and then I'm like, ooh, that blush is interesting, or like, ooh, I most of the time what I want to add to my collection are like single eyeshadows. I always want more single eyeshadows. But I love the size of my collection. I love how I've curated it to be exactly what I want it to be. And I think that's what I love the most about my collection. What is your least favorite thing about / something to improve about your collection? I have this little cup here of eyeliners. Yes, it's in an old medicine bottle. I don't care. I suck at eyeliner, and so I never wear it. And so I have all this eyeliner, and I really want a gold eyeliner. I'm wearing a gold eyeliner today because I tried to manage using a powder shadow as eyeliner, and I struggled real hard. You want to watch my Who's That Pokemon video, you can do that. I don't use this. I don't use any of these pretty much ever. And I'd love to get more use out of those. Also, my foundations. I don't use base products a whole lot. My foundation, my primer. And then also I have an excess of primer and setting spray. And I'd love to go through those. I'm not just going to ditch them because like I do use them and I've been slowly going through them. But I've been trying to go through them so that I don't have an excess of them, because like for someone that doesn't use a whole lot of setting spray, 3 setting sprays is a little excessive. And like for a lot of people, you're like, you only have 3 setting sprays? And I'm like, yeah, but like I use setting spray like maybe 4 times a month. Maybe 4 times a month. Maybe. And so like I'm trying to use it more, but like I don't need that much setting spray. And even then I mostly only use it to foil my eyeshadows. Like I'm trying to remember to use it to set my makeup. And when I wear foundation and powder, I do, because I find my face ends up looking powdery, and so I use it to set my makeup, but I don't usually use foundation and powder, so I don't. Do you understand what I'm saying? I feel like I'm over-explaining myself. Everyone tells me I over-explain. So I'm just gonna shut up now. What's the biggest category in your collection? If we're not talking about brushes, then it's definitely lippies. Or single eyeshadows. Single shadows might be the biggest collection. Single shadows is maybe the biggest section, but I think of my shadows as like palettes, even though they're not, and I rearrange them frequently. So probably lippies is the biggest category. Speaking of lippies, I'm wearing Bite Glacé. It was the birthday gift last year from Sephora. This is so pretty. This is so pretty. I love this color and I love this formula. Bite, what are you doing? Stop being so fantastic. It's a problem. I want all of your lipsticks. I want all of them. What is the smallest category in your collection? Probably brows, because I don't have any brow products. Yeah, I don't do my brows, period. Like, I don't own any brow products. My sister got one of those sets from Walmart recently, and it had a brow product that is probably too dark for her, and she said she might give it to me if she can't get it to work for her. Because I've been thinking about trying to start dealing with my brows. But honestly, like, I have big fluffy brows anyway, and that's like what's in trend. So like I don't care. Everyone says it's the step of makeup that they like the least, and I don't want to deal with that. Like, why? I do makeup because it's fun, and I don't do foundation most of the time because I don't particularly enjoy foundation. So why would I do brows if everyone mostly is like, I don't like doing brows? So I'm like, then why would I do brows? Like, I want to experiment with doing brows because, like, maybe I won't hate brows as much as everyone else hates brows, or like maybe I'll find that my brows make me really like how I look better, or like, so, I don't know. So I want to experiment with. I'm over explaining as always. I want to play with brows, but currently I don't have any brow products, so that's definitely my smallest category. Shut up. Do you have a holy grail in your collection? Honestly, I have a lot of products that I like really love, like I go back to, but I wouldn't say I have a holy grail in my collection. I don't really think of makeup that way. Like, my taste changes. I like cycle through what I'm interested in. I mean, I guess, like, my glitter glue, my NYX glitter glue, I would die without this. I mean, there are a lot of products in my collection that I, like, love, and I would totally miss if I no longer had them. But I don't feel like there are any that I would necessarily, like, go out and rebuy immediately. Except for my eye primers. I'm really content with my eye primers. Like, maybe I would rebuy a similar thing, but I don't feel like there's anything in my collection that is irreplaceable. Oh, I love my color switch. My color switch is life. Does that count as a holy grail? I probably haven't done my makeup without my color switch since I got it. That sounds about right. Maybe once or twice. Do you ever wish your collection was bigger slash smaller, or is it complete? I I consider my collection complete, but there are also definitely things that I want. There are definitely like single shadows that I have my eye on. There are colors that I want to add to my collection. So in that way, there are definitely things that I want to add, and I'm sure over time there are things that I'll pull out from my collection that I currently have that I'll decide I don't want anymore. But like at the same time, like I'm really content with my makeup collection. I don't think it like I don't want it to be vastly bigger or vastly smaller. Um, so like I think it's complete, but also I want a few more things. Is that a thing? Can I have both? I want both. Both. How often do you declutter makeup in your collection? I am in a constant state of declutter. Frequently, I'll just like swatch stuff because I like the pretty colors. And then sometimes I'll be like, you know what? I don't like how that's swatched. I don't want it anymore. And so I'll just get rid of it. And that's very much how I go. Or I'll be looking through and I'm like, you know, I haven't ever used this, or I haven't used this in a year. Why am I still hanging on to it? And so that's very much like how I declutter things, and that's very much how I declutter things in my life as well. My eyes are just always open for things that I don't want in my life anymore. And I think a lot of that comes from the fact that that's kind of part of my job. I am a personal decluttering assistant. I have my own business. And so I help people think critically about what they have and what they want to have and what they don't want to have, and why they want things and why they don't want things, and like the kind of things they want to surround themselves with. And so I very much just have that mindset all the time. And so that's why I consider my collection to be so highly curated, is because I'm just always, like, I don't feel like I'm always thinking about that, but that's just always something that's like there in the back of my mind. When I find products that I don't love, it's just my automatic reaction to say, okay, I don't love this, it's time to go. Like, time to leave now. Rather than a lot of people who are like, oh, I don't love this, but like, let's just put it back now. Do you ever get envious seeing other people's makeup collections? Not in general. I definitely get envious of like specific products where I'm like, damn it, I want that. But like, not of collections as a whole. I will occasionally, I'll be like, you know what, it would be fun to have that kind of variety, to like be able to play there. But it's far more like, I wish I had a friend who had a room like that where I could like go in and play sometimes, and it wasn't mine, and it wasn't all my stuff, and I didn't own this stuff, but like I had access to using it occasionally. Because I don't want all of that stuff. But you know, it would be fun to like, you know, it's fun to use that thing sometimes, but I don't want to own it. I don't want the kind of collection that these giant beauty gurus have. Who on YouTube has the best makeup collection videos? I don't watch makeup collection videos. I watch declutter videos. I've been really enjoying Angelica Nyquist's declutter videos lately. I really like, now I'm totally blanking on her channel name. Miss Amy XO? Miss Amy XO? I think it's Miss Amy XO. I'll link both of them down below. What's some advice you'd give to a future makeup collector? Be intentional. Don't be like, oh, this is a hyped product, so clearly I need it. Be like, I want this because the colors genuinely intrigue me and I think I'll use them. Or I don't have something like this in my collection and I've been wanting to experiment with this color. But even just because you don't have anything like it, that doesn't mean you need it. Like, I don't have a lot of things in my collection, but I don't have them for a reason. Because I don't want them, because I don't, that color doesn't complement my skin tone, or I don't like it, and just because YouTubers you like, or beauty influencers you like certain things, doesn't mean you need to like them too. I've been really enjoying watching Louise Poston lately, and she really likes these really brown toned colors, and I am just not into it. I'm like, you do you, girl. I am so happy that you love these colors. They are not my colors. So you like those colors there on your channel, and I'll like my colors over here on my channel. And there's no shade. I am happy you can enjoy those colors. I just don't enjoy those colors, so I'm just gonna not buy those colors. And that's okay. I don't need to like those colors because we have different preferences. Or Angelica Nyquist likes a lot of orange toned lipsticks, and I stay the heck away from anything orangey on my lips. I don't know why. It's just not my color. Not for me. Not for me. That's just my taste. And you can have your own taste. That's okay. So that's my advice. So this was the makeup collection tag. It was made by Georgia Harris. I will have her linked down below. I've also seen JourneyInBeauty. I really like her channel, and I've seen her do it, so I'm going to link her down below as well. Who else have I talked about? I've talked about Louise Poston. I've talked about Angelica Nyquist, and I've talked about Miss Amy XO, and I'll have all of their channels linked down below as well. Hopefully I remember all that. Like this video if you liked it. Comment down below answers to any of these questions if you don't have a channel, or if you have also done this video. Comment down below with a link to your video. I'll totally watch it. Tell me something good that happened to you today. That'd be cool. Tell me something good that happened to you today. I'd love it if you could subscribe. That would mean the world to me. And I have no idea when I'll upload next, because Lord knows when I'll edit and upload videos. But if you have a good day, or night, or weekend, or week, or whatever, bye!